All right, y'all, we're going to do a European mount on Parker's nice 8-pointer he got. I love the way European mounts look. I watched a lot of YouTube videos. Obviously, I'm gonna kind of do the same of showing you what I've done. I did my elk, which looked really cool. So I've got it on the burner here. You don't want your water too hot. You want it to roll and boil. Obviously, to expedite the process, skinning the head. I'm not going to show too much of that because it looks icky. But taking the fur off of the skin off the head will help with the boiling process. I'm going to add some baking soda in there and Dawn dish soap, and we're going to let that boil for about 3 or 4 hours, probably 3 hours, and then we're gonna empty out that water, and then we're gonna add our 27% peroxide. You can get it at a pool supply store, which is where I got mine to do my elk. It's really strong. I believe I do 3 gallons of water per 1 gallon of the hydrogen peroxide. That 27% is really strong. So we'll show you guys the final product, but it's going to be cooking for a little bit. All right, y'all, so we're next day on this European mount. Been busy at work, so I've got the mother-in-law's pressure washer. Boiled that skull for a few hours, so we're going to use that pressure washer to get the rest of the meat off, and then we're going to do one more boil, and then we're going to introduce the 27% hydrogen peroxide. So we're just going to crank this pressure washer up. All right, so pressure wash, got a lot of the extra meat off, a lot of the hair around the antlers that I didn't cut off very well. So this next boil is going to be able to give me the last boil I need. And then the hardest part is the brain matter, which is the icky stuff. I've watched a few videos of popping out the eardrum there to give you more access. I might drill a little hole in there to make it wider to get the rest of the brain matter out. But there you go, almost done. All right, so the Euro mount is going to go back into a boil for about maybe an hour. Then I'm going to do another deep clean with the pressure washer, and then we're going to add in the hydrogen peroxide. Pressure wash number 2. All right, y'all, so we did the second boil. While it was still hot, I actually put a screwdriver in the base of the skull there and scrambled around and was able to get the brain matter pretty much out of there. And then when I pressure washed it, I stuck that nozzle in there, and there is none in there. With my elk, I did have to bust out the eardrums just to give me more access. So it's actually clean as a bone in there. So then we're gonna put this in the hydrogen peroxide, the 27%, which is really strong. But before that, I'm gonna wrap it with shrink wrap and then probably some aluminum foil and tape that because that peroxide is so strong it will discolor the antlers here. So that's the next step. All right, so we've added the hydrogen peroxide. This is the old peroxide I used for my elk, so it's a little dirty, but it's still gonna work. Wrap the antlers with saran wrap and electrical tape to not let that peroxide discolor the antlers. So we're gonna drop it in. Perfect. Tied this little string on there to just keep the perfect amount of antler in the water. And there it is. We'll show y'all the final product. All right, so your mount is pretty much done. So what we're gonna do, last step, we've already washed it off. We're gonna do a soak in here for about 30 seconds. And then we're gonna take it out of the water and then let it rest overnight. And that's the final process. All right, so we finished up Parker's Zero mount. I wanted to show you guys, this is the 27% hydrogen peroxide. That's what you can use. You can get it at your local pool store, and here's the final product. I think it came out looking pretty neat. And we can get a plaque, or we can hang that straight on the wall.